Shalom Aleichem, everybody. Hope all is well. This video is sponsored by my very close holy friend, Ro'i Ben Elisheva, and is also sponsored by his mother in honor of her birthday, Elisheva Bas Yafa, and in the merit of the Refuah Shlema of Roi's grandmother, Yafa Bas Tamara. Because Hashem should bless them all, and all their prayers should be answered, and we should all be blessed. Joy is the secret to connecting to the Almighty in any situation. Hashem put us in this world to work, to serve Him, but to be happy doing so. And you should notice that when you learn Torah and you do mitzvahs, they're tremendous. It's amazing. It's the ultimate will of God. However, when you do it with joy, there's no comparison to the potency, the impact that it has, and the effect, and the joy causes Hashem, in turn, by that joy of being throughout the service. What does this mean? We have an example. In our Jewish people's history, it says a person, our holy leaders have told us that why have a lot of problems arisen towards the Jewish people? Because Tachas lo avadet Hashem besimcha. It's a very famous saying. Because you did not serve Hashem with joy. What is so interesting about this statement? It says because you didn't serve Hashem with joy. This means that it's possible for a person to serve Hashem, to be a servant of Hashem. You did the mitzvahs. You kept Shabbos. You did what you had to do, but you didn't do it with joy. You missed a tremendous opportunity. So, to focus on the positive, it means that when you do serve God with joy, a tremendous light enters the world. Joy is something that welcomes God into your life. We're going to get into the potency of joy, but the first thing is the simple reality of joy welcomes God into your life. Why? Because when you're joyous, you're accepting God. You're saying, Hashem, I appreciate you and I accept your reign over me. When you're putting on tefillin and you're happy to do so, when you're lighting Shabbos candles and you're happy to do so, you're not just serving God, but you're happy to do so, you're fully given over to God. Because when a person is happy, their whole entire being is in accordance with what they're doing. They're accepting what they're doing. And when a person, God forbid, is unhappy, they're rejecting God. If a person is angry, what are they doing? They're saying, God, I don't want this, God forbid. A person's sad. Of course, sometimes situations happen that cause a person to be sad, but still, when a person is sad without reasoning, they are pushing God away, God forbid, from them. Hashem Yazol, Hashem should help. A very important lesson that we learn in Hasidut and Kabbalah is we have to have joy beyond logic. L'mayla misechel, beyond haskala, beyond intellect, into intellectualism. Why? Because let's say you're happy for X, Y, and Z. I'm happy because this happened. I'm happy because that happened. That's amazing, and Baruch Hashem, you're connecting to God. But if you're only happy when a good thing happens, not only are you not going to always be happy, but even when you're happy, it's a limited form of joy. But when you're happy to serve God, and you're happy because you're alive, and you're happy beyond reasoning, but in a way of being rejoicing in God, then your joy itself, first of all, has no bounds, and second of all, will be everlasting and consistent, because your joy doesn't need reasoning to serve God. And then that joy will find reasoning as well. What does this mean? It means your joy has to be beyond logic, has to be beyond a reason. But then when that happens, you'll also be happy about things for a reason. For example, you're happy because you're happy. And then your best friend gets engaged. So you're also happy beyond reasoning, but you're also happy because your friend got engaged. So it's like a limited and infinite happiness combined. It's a tremendous idea. We also learn in Chassidus and Ayin Beis, the Rabbi Ashlag, that simcha unlocks chokhmah. What does this mean? Joy opens up your mind and you become more sharp and you're able to understand godliness in a greater way. You're able to learn Torah better. You're able to be more intellectually aware of God when you're happy. Why? Because it opens up the pipe, the tzinor of Chochmah. It opens up the gateway of intellect, of godly intellect. It's not something that we could fully understand, but it's the way God made the world. That when you're happy, your mind is sharper. A way to do this is when you're learning Torah, just force yourself to smile and learn the Torah with that smile on your face, and you're going to see the smile that was forced is going to be not forced at all. It's going to become natural. A wise friend of mine once told me that when you smile without a reason to smile, God will give you a reason to smile. And just being happy itself brings more joy. This is the most beautiful idea in my opinion. Well, can't compare, they're all infinitely beautiful, but something that really inspires me is that joy is ever expanding. The more you're happy, it's like there's an idea that when a person is joyous down here, God opens up the joy from above to rain down on you. So the more you're happy, the more you smile, the more you're happy, the more God opens up happiness to rain over you. He brings down godly, divine happiness into you. It's like a automatic result. It's like a ever expanding exponential growth. And this is something that's unbelievably exciting. We have to get involved in this. We have to live with this. We have to bring this into our hearts, really. And also, the intellect should give birth to a joy. Joy comes as a result also there's also a tremendous joy in understanding. When you learn Torah and you grasp a godly idea, it causes joy. But that joy, you have to grasp the fact, in your intellect, you should understand the fact that God is beyond grasp. And what does it mean, you can't grasp God? Grasping the fact that you can't grasp God is, in a way, grasping godliness. That's the first step to grasping God. And we learned that we can't grasp God with machshava, but when we get aroused in our hearts, it says ihu tfisa b'AV. We are able to connect to God's essence, to grasp this level that is inaccessible beyond in intellect. We can't grasp God with our intellect. But when we arouse ourselves to feel love for God in our hearts, we connect and we become united to God in our hearts. Our heart itself gains access to this godly level, the Hashem Himself. So may Hashem bless you all. May we experience this godly reality today. This verse in the Torah says, no thought can grasp Hashem. But with the heart, when the heart feels God, you can tap into the godly reality that is inaccessible through the mind. So may Hashem bless you all. May we experience this today.